What is up, guys? Cringe Airsoft here. Super excited to welcome you to the official 2022 Nations Cup.
First teams are ready.
Hey everybody, I'm Emilio from Conco's Airsoft in Sacramento, California. I just want to say good luck to all the people battling in the 2022 Nations Cup. Good luck, guys.
Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Aussie Dodo from Team Midnight Kendo, all the way from Australia. On behalf of Australia, I want to wish you all good luck this weekend in the NXL Nations Cup. May the best team win.
All right, guys, we are back live here in the commentary booth. Adam will come back up here to join me shortly. But this is the French team versus the Belgium team. The French team has a first-degree penalty, which is carrying over from the previous match. So they're already starting with 4 guys instead of 5. No bodies yet. Actually, we see the tower player, aka mountain player from France, taken out. So it's 5 versus 3. Home is also shot out. 5 versus 2. Unfortunately, Dante was just a little bit too slow to get the hang, but gets it into zone 3, so nice try. The French team, I'm not sure if they have to start with 4 guys for another round. I don't remember exactly how many times they had to sit out because of their penalty, but we'll find out shortly. Yeah, so France starting with 4 guys again. Ooh, young one is shot off the break by the French team, but number 9 from France also takes a walk. So it's a 3 versus 4. Elias Morales gets shot out by the back snake player of France, so it's a 3 versus 3. Good kill from Simo, number 23 from the Belgium team, shooting out the back snake. So 3 versus 2. This is the second attacking attempt for the Belgium team. Snake player from the Belgium team kills the tower, so it's a 3 versus 1. Last player shot out from France. Dante gets it into zone 3 once again. Dante is really good at running with the flag, but the thing is that he just has to make it past the 50 line before he goes for his run. Nonetheless, well played to the Belgium team. Welcome back. Adam is here, my co-host, Baby Goat from Tacos Airsoft in California.
I'm back. I'm a little sweaty. It's hot in here.
Yeah. It's hot in here, it's hot out there. It's just, it's a sauna, honestly. It's probably good for our health, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Sweating out all the toxins here on the
Right.
NSL field.
It's also the finals. It's not supposed to be comfortable.
Nope. Now, I'm curious whether we're going to play the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket first after this match. Because I can imagine that if we play the winner's bracket right away, then the winner of this match would have to play the Germans. And the Germans are currently resting right now, drinking water, and recuperating from their last match against the Netherlands.
Yeah, I feel sorry for any team that's going to have to play back-to-back.
Yeah.
But it's going to have to be somebody.
Yeah. And I mean, we've experienced it. My team, the Saviors in the Pro Division, where you play the last heat of a certain block of games, but then you're also the first heat in the next block of games. So you go straight back to back. All right, so France is starting with 4 players for the 3rd time in a row. That means after this round, they're finally going to start with 5. That's G1 for the Belgium team. Who? Wait, can you repeat that?
This is for NF5. It's now at this moment in the booth with Twitch, so she does you, Twitch.
Well, nice. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah, you have a fan. You have a fan.
All right, that's a flag hang for the Belgium team.
What was that, their 2nd attempt?
Yeah. Or actually, no, that should be their 3rd attempt.
Was it their 3rd? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes.
it should be, now the score is 10-0. And the French team is going to have to defend against CQB Junkie, who is lining up for a 1 versus 1.
I had a little conversation with Junkie before. He said he was going to go all out, so let's see what he does here on this 1v1. Ten seconds left.
And Junkie shoots him out,
He's got it.
wins the 1 versus 1, gets bonus points.
And he does it classy with no wave.
Yeah, no taunting, no toxic behavior. So you got to respect that as well, you know. Maybe he's so confident he doesn't even feel like he has to play the mental game with them.
With Junkie, he's already in their heads. That's what he thinks.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that he completely disregards them after killing them might even be a mental game play in itself. Who knows?
That might be his wave.
Yeah.
That might be his wave.
So the refs are just hydrating right now. Everyone's making sure to drink enough water. This is going to be the first attacking round for the French. And finally, they can start with 5 guys again.
The French team definitely can be a little deceiving. I've seen them play back. I've seen them push forward. And they make it to the Snake 50 off the break.
Yeah.
Clean break, 5v5.
Yeah, the Belgium team now controls the plexi. That's a key position on this field. Getting good overview and good calls for the remaining teammates. Still, both teams with 5-man up.
And we have an injury. I don't even know if he got shot.
Yeah.
Maybe he did, but he was limping off.
Yeah, Elias Morales gets shot out along with the Plexi Dorito player from the Belgium team. So there should only be 3 players alive from the Belgium team. And now 4 players alive for the French team as they lose their Snake player. So 4 versus 3. You see CQB Junkie retreating out of the back Snake. He's playing the Dorito instead. And Dante makes a move to the Plexi Dorito. France loses their V player. So now it's 3 versus 3.
And the push.
Dante trades with the Plexi Dorito. So it should be a 2 versus 2. Young one with a nice kill on the mountain player. So it's a 2 versus 1. Yeah, so that was a nice trade by Young One, killing the last French player, and CQB Junkie did not spot the flag, so it's not a snatch.
How many people we got?
161 viewers in the stream at the moment. That's still a crazy amount compared to the other pro div streams we do. And also first div streams. Of course, I'm only looking at the number on YouTube. We're also streaming on Facebook, on Twitch, and other platforms. But yeah, hello to all the viewers. Welcome.
We appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to listen to us, to watch us.
Yeah, this is great. Your support means the most to us because, you know, it's the viewers and the spectators that really help grow the sport and help spread it worldwide.
Second attempt for France.
What an insane move by France, somehow sending their player directly to the U on the Belgium side of the field. And Young One takes a walk for the Belgium team, so it's now 4 versus 5.
I'm not even sure if Belgium knows.
Look at that.
There.
The Plexi player gets shot out by him, but Junkie at least realizes what was going on and gets the refrag. So it's a 3 versus 4. Three versus 3 as Junkie kills the Snake player. Home player gets shot out. It should be a 2 versus 2 now. Plexi Dorito player for France gets a penalty. And that's it. Dante and Elias Morales clear out the field. We heard the signature laugh from the Morales brothers. Whether it's Junkie or whether it's Elias, if they're making dirty plays, you're going to hear that laugh. Yeah, that was really the first time I saw any player from any team ever really do a slide off the break straight across onto the enemy's U bunker.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
I mean, I'm honestly surprised that the massive weight and size of his balls didn't slow him down in that slide.
Exactly.
But he made it.
He made it. And I don't even think they knew he made it.
No, he got 2 kills before Junkie realized where his teammates were getting shot from and managed to take him out. I'm pretty sure, if I saw it correctly, one of the French players got pulled, most likely a second-degree penalty. That means for the 3rd attacking try of France, it's going to be a 4 versus 5.
So you being experienced in NSL, what do you prefer? Do you prefer Kappa or are you at M4?
Yeah, I mean, I actually enjoy playing with a Kappa probably more than an M4 because I've made my most exciting plays with a Kappa. But I'm definitely an M4 player because it's just more consistent for me.
Yeah. Kappas do make you, they make you make moves.
Yeah.
Ooh, right off the break, France's home player takes a walk.
And there's a trade in the snake. So it's now a 3 versus 4. Three versus 3 now, as Dante takes a walk. So this is the 3rd attacking try for France. They're facing against 3 Belgian players. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. That's plenty of time. But France is down in points. The score is 12-0. But I actually think that's a mistake. The score, or no, it is 12-0 because they hung it in the last try. So 10 plus 2. We see 2 players going down for the French team.
And that should be an easy one for Junkie. You don't need a snatch because that was their 3rd attempt.
Yeah. So 3rd attempt down for the French team. And unfortunately, they get no points in all 3 of their tries. So it's looking good for the Belgium team at the moment. 12-0 with 8 minutes left on the clock.
Definitely don't want to go down on points against the Belgium team. Definitely don't want penalties against them.
You mind passing me the water jug, the blue one?
I got you.
Thank you.
Sure.
If you also want some, just grab it.
I'm good.
All right. Team Belgium is about to start with their first attacking attempt. There seems to be some confusion about whether or not the French team is allowed to play with 5 or not, but they choose to start with 4. So it's a 4 versus 5. Young one pushing up at the Snake 50. Young one shoots out the block player from the Snake 50. And Young one shoots out another block player.
That's 5-2. 5-2.
Yep. And the back snake is gone for France. So 5 Belgian players versus 1 French player. There should be a guaranteed hang for the Belgium team. They just have to slow down, get their flag in position, which is held by Dante, I believe. And the last player's out. Dante makes a run for it. And he gets it, finally. Well played, Dante. And the whole Belgian team, of course, up with 5 guys.
That was well played. They could have rushed it, and that would have hurt them. They did take their time, though. 1v1.
So they're going to give Dante his chance to shine after a nice flag hang for the team. He's going to do the 1v1 against, I can't see who it is now. I believe it might be Lefort from the French team, number 74.
Your eyes are better than mine.
Yeah, it is number 74.
See?
And Lefort gets shot out by Dante, who then secures 2 bonus points for the Belgium team. Lefort looked really pissed off about that encounter with Dante.
There was a little stare down. There
Yeah.
was a little stare down after that.
I mean, that stare down doesn't compare to the Dutch player Davy de Pas. He's the most aggressive stare downer in this whole sport, you would say. It doesn't matter if you killed him fair and square. It doesn't matter how he dies. He will make sure to give you the stare of death as he walks off the field.
Is stare downer a word?
I don't think so.
Did you just come up with that?
Yeah, I've been living in a foreign country for a while now, so I can get away with
You can,
these fake English words.
Yep. First attempt for the French. And they should be starting 5s.
Impressive slide into the snake from the French team, and a G1 for the French team, shooting out the back Dorito player for the Belgium team.
Oh, snake 50. They're going to... No trade.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Young one killed the snake 50, and he survived. So it's a 4 versus 3. Young one kills the block player from the snake. 4 versus 2 now. But you see now, Young one caused the chaos. He got his 2 kills, and he's just going to sit and wait there and let his team push up on the plexi side. That's exactly what happens.
2-piece right here. The flag's at the X. Back at home. Snatch.
And a snatch. Yeah, well played by Young one. And you see, that's exactly how the snake should be played. So you just peek up, you try and get 1 kill when you peek up, but then you go back down, and if you know you have a lot of teammates supporting you, it's more important for you to stay alive in the snake and let the enemy team know you're there, instead of trying to do all the damage and all the work yourself.
Snake player, he is there to cause chaos. That's
Yeah.
exactly what Young one did there. Had 2 eyeballs on him, and they were able to get the sweep.
Yep, they just saw everyone looking towards Sim, and the French team paid for that mistake. They got shot in the back. Now the Belgium team has the flag possession. It's going to be their first attempt. Actually a really nice breakout. All teams alive with 5 guys. You know, I say 5 guys a lot, and I always think about their fries. They're so delicious.
They are good.
Let us know in the chat if you've ever eaten fries from 5 guys. I think many of our European brothers might not have a 5 guys in their country.
Unfortunately, probably not. And
All
there we
right.
go, 2 guys, snake 50.
Yeah, we're most likely going to see an encounter in the snake in the next few seconds. And they trade. Referee pulls the French player out of the mountain. So it's a 4 versus 3. 3 French guys remaining versus 4 Belgian players. Remember, this is the first attacking try for the Belgians after the snatch.
Five minutes, 20 seconds.
Seems like Team Belgium doesn't want to take their foot off the gas.
They're definitely keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, so Snake goes out, but Team Belgium also lost a player on the plexi side. So it should be a 3 versus 2 now. I think there's one player in the U and one at the block. No, that was it. Only the block player. And a flag hang. So well played by the Belgium team, now with 4 flag hangs under their belt against the French.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
That is impressive. Looks like Young One is going to take this 1v1.
Yeah.
You if you were being a coach of anybody, who are you putting in for your 1v1? If you could pick anybody.
If I could pick anybody, like from any team, you mean?
Anybody. Who are you putting in?
It's pretty obvious that I'd put CQB Junkie in.
There
Like, there's not even a question about that. If I had to choose a Kappa player, it would most likely be Gray from my team, the Saviors.
Okay.
But as an M4 player, yeah, it would be CQB Junkie. And then second to that, I would choose myself, of course.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Young One just shoots him straight across the field with his high Kappa. Young One doesn't even realize that he cleared it out. That's how crazy of a shot that was.
That was. He's impressive on his 1v1s. I've been watching him and
Yeah.
he can hold his own.
I had a 1 versus 1 in the pro division against Young One. And he did me real dirty. I was in the U, and he was at like that Dorito that's right in between the 2 U's.
Okay.
And I snapped out to peek him, and he only peeked out once. He only shot 1 BB and hit me right between the eyes. So it was a 1 ball straight to the face.
one ball.
Yeah. But I think personally, for the Saviors, I'm the main 1v1 player, and I've accumulated quite a few wins so far.
French guy, 1v1, he took a ricochet. So he wasn't hit, but he took a ricochet, so it's very good fair play.
Alright, so we just got informed by the head referee who was watching over the French guy in the 1 versus 1. He actually took a ricochet hit. So he felt something and decided, yeah, I'm going to walk off the field. I'm not going to take a risk and get a penalty for my team. So that's the ultimate level of fair play where no matter what the circumstances, if you feel something and have doubts, you walk off the field.
That's definitely the fair play that we like to see. Yes, you lost, but you know what? You win in the end with that honest play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's happened with Tom Wolves on the Saviors that he calls his own ricochets, for example, and then realizes later as he's walking off that he couldn't have gotten shot from any angle where he thought he did. And then he realizes he took a ricochet, but, you know, in hindsight, it's always better to play the fair way and always walk off if you have doubts, because penalties are much more severe in the outcome they have on your team.
And it's just better for the game.
Of course, yeah. So French team starting with 4 players because of a penalty. So far, still a 4 versus 5. This is the first attacking attempt for the French team. Yeah, that's the Plexi Dorito gone for the French team. 3 versus 5 now. So the Plexi player from the Belgium team was shot out, making a move towards the U. It's now a 3 versus 4. But there's 3 minutes and 49 seconds left on the clock. With 3 flag hangs under their belt, the Belgium team could easily decided we're going to step off the gas and we're going to play this defensively and run out the time. But
I don't know if they're going to, though.
I think they're having fun. There goes the back snake.
No snatch.
So now, I don't know if the viewers at home were able to see this, but player number 1 from France realized that he was the last alive versus 4 Belgian players. So he did exactly what I was talking about, where you just drop the flag at your back bunker and then you make a mad dash across the field. It's essentially sort of an intentional suicide, but by leaving the bunker, leaving the flag in the back and then dying somewhere down the field near the 50 line, you're preventing them from being closer to you and getting the snatch.
A little bit of trickery.
Yeah, so it's a nice play from France. They're at least giving themselves the chance to remain as attackers and continue trying to hang the flag against the Belgium team. France still with 4 players off the break.
This is kind of their moment. If they want to do anything, the time is now.
Yeah. But the problem is that even if France were to get a hang right now, then the possession would switch back to the Belgium side, and they could decide to do some really creative trick plays like stashing the flag behind a certain position to make sure it doesn't get snatched and then just run down the time. So it's a 3-on-5. 3-on-5.
Look at the positions of the rest, man. This is quality work.
Yeah, it looks outstanding. Well done to them. So for all the viewers at home, we have 10 referees on the field. So basically what that means is that each player can have a ref standing behind them to watch their line that's being fired. This is exactly the type of high quality reffing we see here on the NSL. It's ensuring that every BB that hits a player is seen and that cheating does not go unnoticed.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing I want to see in the States, where we start having a trained reffing staff. That's what I love what they do here. These guys take, you know, the time to train. They know what they're doing here for sure.
So now France is down to only 2 players left. 1 minute on the clock, and the flag is down behind the home bunker. So this isn't looking good for France. I don't think they're going to be able to score any points here because they're going to have to recover the flag first. There's like 40 seconds left, so probably going to do the interview soon.
Yeah, that's why I'm bouncing out.
Okay. All right, everybody. So if you're not aware, this is the semifinals, Belgium versus France. It looks like Team Belgium is going to take the win from France, meaning the Belgium team is going to play the Germans next to fight for first and second place here at the NSL Nations Cup 2022. So France loses 1 player off the break, and they started with 3. Their block player goes down as well. Oh, it's a 2 versus 5. 20 seconds left. GG to the Belgium team for winning against the French. Now, the French team is going to go fight the Dutch team in the losers bracket to go for 3rd and 4th place, while the Belgium team is going to go against the Germans for 1st and 2nd.
Hi guys, this is Bert, Mon Customs. Today we're going to present you the new aluminum ESG. Not only to show it, but actually why we build it and how we build it. First of all, the most important thing was to keep the old size and the old grip as good as we can. Like the ESG grip, the nylon one, it really has a comfortable grip. It really is. A lot of people wanted that same grip. It was not easy. It was a hard job to create this in aluminum, and so we had to think. But on the moment when you create it, you have to think about what can we add extra. I think as Mon Customs we need to innovate and see what possibilities we could do. So the grip, we have them in with bulge and without bulge, but I'm going to show you what the idea is behind it, because now you only can use it as a sports grip where you put a bottle in the back. But a lot of people ask us, do you have a grip for HPA only, so with a line? And I say, okay, how can we combine this and how can we make it stronger? Because trust me, this is really strong. Just to show you how thick and how solid the product is, we thought, let's make a grip where, first of all, it's a normal grip. People want to play with a line, and on that moment you can attach your line into your engine. But on that moment it's not enough. So we created a magwell. Well, the magwell is actually, you slide the magwell on there. So now we have a grip into your engine like that. So now you can play it together with the backside. You can use it on your engine. So it's not only for the sports grip anymore, if you just have another gun, or you have another build that you want to use but not use it with the sports grip, this is the solution. Other thing is that this thing, normally you have to have 2 regulators. So you detach the regulator from your from the ESG, and you just can put it on a bottle. So you don't have, you can use a multiple. It's not that you can only use it on the grip. No, you can put it on the bottle. You put your line into there and you use it on the bottle. All these angles, these are in V angles, so it's so strong that it's impossible to break it. Regulator underneath there, you have one M5 bolt in there, and trust me, you have so much space, still so much space inside. So it goes nowhere anymore. So battery and FCU is ready to go. So what can you expect in the ESG box? The grip, the aluminum grip, the back plate, the aluminum regulator holder, the mag well for people who wants to play with a line, the tournament lock, and the screw to detach the grip with your regulator holder. This all will come in a really cool package. The price will be $299, and we're going to give you a 1-year warranty on the whole grip. So, see you soon.
Welcome back. This is the VIP room discussion. I'm joined with a player from Team Belgium and a player from Team France. So why don't you take a moment and introduce yourselves? We can start with you.
Yeah, hi, I'm Simo. Yeah, together with Junkie and Chup Chup, one of the team captains, coach of Team Belgium. Normally I play for the Reapers.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it in a nutshell, I guess.
Yeah. And
Me, so I'm Goliath from Team Alpha. I'm playing for France for this tournament, and that's pretty much it.
yeah. Well, I'm glad to have you guys here doing the interview. So, yeah, that was a crazy game, what we saw last round. France versus Team Belgium. It's interesting that, you know, the team with the most points then faces off against the team with the least amount of points. I'm sure it was a really hard fight for you guys, or at least it looked like it was. But still, I mean, they gave you a hard time. I felt like it wasn't a free win at all.
No,
So.
I think the score doesn't represent the game.
No, exactly. And you know, one thing that's interesting is, you know, you were doing a 1 versus 1 against Young One, and you actually called a ricochet hit. Were you aware of this?
No.
I was informed by the head referee.
Okay.
Now, when you were doing a 1v1 against Young One, he was on the snake side and you were at the block.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
And-
that's when I stay and stare a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
did he take me really because he was running?
Yeah,
And I was like I said, pre-shotting his lane,
yeah.
and like I was like,
You
I take
felt
a hit
something.
from where?
Yeah.
Because he was not even in my vision.
Mhm.
I was pre-shotting the lane, so I was like,
And
okay,
the
that's
referees
weird, but-
saw the ricochet from your own gun
okay.
hit you.
Shit happens, you know.
And yeah, but
Fair play.
you know, I was talking about this with Adam earlier. That's the type of honesty and the type of mentality that every single player needs to have out here on the NSL field. Because if you're out there shooting plastic, no matter what, if you feel something or you have a doubt in your mind, like, hey, did I just get hit here? You need to take it and
Yeah.
walk off.
Not even agree about that.
It's not only better for your team in terms of not risking penalties and everything, but it's also just better for the sport as a whole and keeping it honest. I mean, have you ever shot yourself out with a ricochet before?
I think 3 times this weekend. So
Yeah. Well,
Dimi was shouting, so I was at the home. I was pre-firing, and then I shot myself, and Dimi, Jan! I could hear him when I took my hit.
he's like, why?
Yeah, but when I play with the Reapers as well, it happens all the time that I take ricochets, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially
But-
doing
Yeah.
those quick peeks.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you know when it's your ricochet, you know,
Yeah.
when you're pre-shotting something and go out instantly,
Yeah.
you take a BB in the mask, you're like, that's mine. I'm sure
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
mine.
You can even see it
Yeah,
most of the
yeah,
time
yeah.
with the tracers and
But
everything.
when I do training, I do a lot of ricochet shots as well, but then I stay in.
Yeah.
And here it's, the reflex of And then I don't want to go, when I realize it's a ricochet, I don't want to go back. Because when a ref sees it, then I might get a major penalty.
If your body language like indicates that you might be doubting if you got hit, like if you flinch from a ricochet, the ref will see you like do that reaction, and then if you stay in, that's going to give the ref the impression that you're shrugging hits.
That's when you go out.
And a lot of players who've never tried like something like the NSL don't realize how quickly you have to get yourself out that field. I mean, compared to normal CQB airsoft, let's say, you can take your sweet time, you know, raising your hand and walking off. But here, you need to be quick and into the death tunnel. If not, you'll get still a penalty for a late call or a slow walk, something like that. So I definitely understand why so many people call ricochets, but you know, it is part of the sport, and that's one of the differences compared to paintball, right? Have any of you guys played paintball before?
No,
Speedball?
We, as Alpha, we try to play paintball because we want to have fun a little bit, change the for another game. And
it keeps it fresh.
Yeah, to keep it fresh, keep it cool, and try something else. You know?
Yeah.
But we really stay into Speedsoft.
Yeah. And in your opinion, what are some things about competitive Speedsoft that you prefer over competitive paintball?
Maybe the fact that you're not, I don't know if you know this, but when you play paintball, you can try the lanes like you bounced off a block or something.
Yeah, if you're playing sub-air, right?
Yeah, you're playing the ricochet in paintball. You know, you can really play the ricochet. In Airsoft, it's different. Yeah, in Airsoft, it's really different because the BBs are pretty much straight. There is no, how to say it, like dropping, no bounce, and things like this. I love it. I prefer Speedsoft of that. Either
and money, I guess.
No, it's not. It's not even that expensive. The gun is more cheaper, but yeah, the BBs are more expensive.
Yeah.
Only the guns is more cheaper.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand that. It must feel super shitty to just take a bank shot in paintball and then have to walk off the field. No, you're in your cover. Yeah, that's annoying. But I mean, competitive Speedsoft, I think it's great. It's not just a money thing. There's a lot of things about paintball and Speedsoft that you can go back and forth with. There was another thing that I was thinking about. You said that there isn't drop with airsoft guns, but actually I'm one of the advocates for this. I tend to tell my teammates to play like this. I've been playing for the past 2 seasons with no hop up. Like, I have a hop up unit, but I have a bucking, but I have my hop up set to 0 always.
That's crazy.
And it doesn't even matter if I'm shooting off the break, right? Because there's some players which will be like, they'll make their BBs shoot straight when they do breakout shots, and then if they need to drop some BBs, they'll crank down their hop up. But for me, I find that if you get used to playing without a hop up, then you can shoot just as well off the break. You just have to, you know, train that, and you can significantly drop a .25 gram BB, I think. Not as much as a paintball, but you can hit some really nasty shots, like from, for example, if you're in the back snake, so where the snake ends, and there's the V here, you can shoot your BBs over the V to the Plexi Dorito, right?
And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. So
but I play it like this. When I'm like this, the BBs go flying there.
Yeah.
But when I'm come back like that, the BB are straight.
Yeah.
That's what I like it to keep it straight. But when I'm going like this, the BB is fly like that.
Yeah, because then they're not rubbing against the hop up. Yeah, so then that's how you switch back and forth. I get that. But you also play with no hop then.
No hop is a bit too much for me, but towards the end of the field they really drop.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's easier to shoot lower targets, or especially people at the Doritos. But yeah, I was shot maybe 3 times already at the home.
Yeah.
Because I was too far back with people dropping the BBs into the home.
That's exactly one of my favorite shots to shoot off the break with my heavy drop is you just shoot it at home. And if your BB is starting to drop right at home, like if it's already curving in, it doesn't matter. Sometimes there's players that tell me, I was like all the way ducked in and you hit me at the top of the head. Like, what's going on, man? So at the same time, you know, players just do what works for them. Yeah. That's why we see so many different setups on the field.
And curve balls.
So many different hop-up settings, curve balls, whatever you want to say. But once you find what works for you, you just have to stick with it, I think is the important thing.
So I should stay with the AK. First division, I started with the AK.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that was me.
No way. It was a metal body as well.
It's a ENL or LCT AK. And then I switched it to HPA.
Yeah, yeah.
I played it for 5 years, I guess.
I remember
now
you in the
if
first
I take
division.
my gun and just go like that, I know where it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that's
I know
the
this gun
best.
so much, but it's too heavy, and the backpack and stuff like that.
Yeah, but now with the tank grip and I guess you have an Atom,
no,
right?
for AK that doesn't exist.
No. I know for the AK didn't exist, but now you have an Atom, right?
Yeah.
So now that's a lot lighter compared to your AK.
Yeah, it's a lot lighter, but that's not an AK.
Yeah, but I used to also play in the first division with a stock, right? Like and a backpack. I had a stubby M4. And when I switched over to tank grip, it was really a game changer for me.
For me as well.
Yeah, maybe you like. Personally, when I switched to tank grip, it's not that playing with a gun with a stock is bad. You can do a lot of damage, but the level that you can reach with a gun with a stock is lower than what you can reach with a tank grip. So say you can do a lot of damage with a gun with a stock, but you're going to get to a maximum level of about here. When you switch to a tank grip, you can end up at a maximum level that's higher, but when you do the initial switch, you might start lower down and have to relearn things. Was it? Did you also have to relearn?
I have to done this because first time when I've tried a gun with the bottles, I was like, damn, I'm like super fast now. What the fuck happens? You know?
Yeah.
And then I have to learn all the lanes, all the starting, everything. You start to zero. You just start to zero. But that's a great point for me.
Did you also play with?
No, I played AGs until last year when the Pro Division was founded with the 15 minutes game time. So I always want to play AG with the drop stock.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was very easy as well. No backpack especially. But when the games got longer with the 15 minutes, I thought, no way.
Heating up your gun.
Yeah, no way. Now the gun was sometimes close to melting at the end of Speed QB rounds. Yeah, it was 2-3 rounds of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, now it needs to vent, and yeah, playing 50 minutes impossible. So then that's when I switched to a monk build. So.
Yeah. So basically, to all the viewers at home, long story short, get yourself a tank grip if you really want to level up your competitive Speedsoft. I just got news that the players are going to the dressing rooms for the finals, so we're going to end it here, you guys. Thanks for the interview, and yeah, let's go check out the finals. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we're done now.
Listen, the ultimate misdirection, yeah.